un amigo y compañero. Dear Amir, do you hear me?
Yes, I do.
Do you see me? Or just I can say you hi, or you just see your PPT? Okay, so as you see, Amir Khalil is the director of the National Erasmus+ Office of Palestine. And I don't know, have you seen my previous slides, but just in case, I want to share with you that there is a huge commitment from our side, from Spanish higher education styles, to keep working with Palestinian institutions. And as of K171 projects, during the last call, 2025, we reached up the top of demands of cooperating and the budget allocation. There are 15 Spanish higher education institutions that they now are active with Palestinian institutions. They have projects allocated in 2025 call in total of around €500,000. So there's a huge challenge to mobilize our participants and your participants within the K171 framework. So congratulations from your side that you are active too there. So the floor is yours, Amir, and anything you might need. I don't know, do you see the audience, but we are here around 400 participants. All of them are beneficiaries of 131 projects and some of them of 171, so they are very familiar with the international dimension and challenges of international dimension challenges too. So Amir, we are listening to you. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Loretta, and I'm sharing my presentation as well. If you see my presentation, that would be great. Do you see my presentation?
Not yet. Okay, now it's everything.
Now, very good. So, good afternoon all, and distinguished colleagues and participants in the Erasmus+Info Day. It's an honor to address you today on behalf of the National Erasmus Office of Palestine. I would like to extend our sincere collaboration and cooperation and appreciation to the Spanish National Agency for the kind invitation and to join you today for this important time for the Palestinian higher education. In my presentation, I will be focusing on standing up for the Palestinian higher education, building partnership within Erasmus scheme and could be beyond Erasmus scheme. If you allow me, I will give you a brief introduction about the Palestinian higher education. The Palestinian higher education is relatively young. It has been emerged after the Nakba under the Israeli military occupation, and universities evolved from teacher training institution and college into fully-fledged universities back to 1970s. Currently, there are around 54 higher education institutions in the West Bank and the Gaza Strip. And here you see the picture during the first Intifada with the universities being closed, and this is the picture from Birzeit University, where the professor, they were teaching, the student out of the campus because the campus has been closed by the Israeli occupation. The role of the Palestinian universities being and still provided access to higher education become vital institutions despite occupation and all restrictions we face in our academic life and in our daily life. Sometimes it's really difficult for us as professors, as a student to reach universities. Nowadays in the West Bank, we do have more than 900 checkpoints. They close all West Banks. Sometimes it takes times for the student to reach their campuses, and not mentioning the Gaza and the destroying the universities and the schools over there. And everyone, I believe, in the room is aware of what's going on. And the universities have played a role in preserve national identity and the social resilience and maintained a significant level of academic autonomy. The challenge we face in our daily life and the urgent needs nowadays, if we speak about Gaza Strip, we all know about destruction of higher education and infrastructure in Gaza. And here you see in the pictures, some universities have been destroyed completely. And the ongoing pressure on universities in the West Bank mentioning about the checkpoints, the gates they put, and the settlers' violence as well, and ensuring the continuity of students' education. Here it's a message from Unified Emergency Statement by the Palestinian academics and administrator of Gaza University. The future of our young people in Gaza depends upon us and our ability to remain on our land in order to continue to save the coming generation of our people. And this is the role of the universities and the higher education institution in Palestine. I believe now it's really a call for renewed and expanded collaboration, urgent need for coordinated international action, and rebuilding Gaza higher education sector in different initiatives. And we are aware of the Spanish government position towards the Palestinian cause. We appreciate that as well, and we appreciate the support from all colleagues at at Spanish University, and this is highly appreciated. Safeguarding scholars and students, this is very important as well. Investing in the future Palestinian society. So the longest-standing European and mainly the Spanish-Palestinian cooperation, it has been for decades of academic collaboration, faculty exchange, and joint research, capacity building initiatives and scholarships, and a strong engagement through Erasmus program. I will be mentioning and giving you some ideas where we are in the Erasmus program. And speaking about the partnership with the Palestinian higher education and the strategic action, which is needed now, because many times the people, they ask how we can support you guys in Palestine, how we can support the higher education institution. I came with some ideas, and this is according to our priority, national priority, and this is what our Ministry of Education and Higher Education as well with all universities working on: building and sustaining partnership, develop long-term framework of collaboration which fosters academic exchange and joint research and institutional cooperation. It's important. Supporting students and the staff, I will mention some examples about some university in Spain cooperating with our universities in Palestine. But speaking about supporting students and staff, provide scholarship, fellowship, and mobility opportunity for students and academics despite all challenges we face in Palestine. And the most important thing as well, defending academic spaces. And this is highly important. Advocate globally against, the ecocide by defending academic institution and upholding the right to the education, which is the universal right for all, especially in times of a crisis and the genocide we face in Gaza. I give you here some example about how we can support, how we can work together as the Spanish and the Palestinian universities in terms of international support, models of collaboration. Some initiative has been done by some colleagues at different countries. Here are some examples, like in Norway, 14 universities, institutions have formed the Norwegian Consortium for the Palestinian Higher Education. We called it NORPAL, which provides a model for collective structured engagement. NORPAL aims to establish an organizational model of funding structure where they can support the Palestinian scholars, students, and the capacity building and the research in terms of for the higher education, and strengthening cooperation with the Palestinian universities through Erasmus program. This is as well, it's very important because here we are attending the info session about the Erasmus+. Here you can see some facts and figures. Maybe later on we can share it as well with you where we are in different EU actions within the Erasmus. We do have in Palestine with universities, higher education institutions have more than 100 partnerships within Europe, the European countries and associated countries to the program. We have done different mobility since 2014. We have sent and received more than 6,000, I would say now, mobilities from both sides. We do have experience in different Erasmus Mundus joint master programs and the capacity building programs. And we do have good collaboration with some Spanish universities in CPHE, where we have like more than 50 programs, projects, and we lead as well 28 programs of them. In different actions, you can see different items in VET and in virtual mobility. Here you can see some examples where we collaborate between the Palestinian, the Spanish universities in different actions. For example, I mentioned here some universities in different programs, like in the PhD governance, we do have collaboration with the University of Barcelona, and here you can see the list of programs since 2023, 24, and recently we have won 2 projects as well, where it has been led or partnered by the Spanish universities, and we are happy to have such a collaboration with the Spanish university in the capacity building, in vocational as well. This is very important. And mentioning about the Erasmus actions, here as well we do have good collaboration with different Spanish universities in terms of the ICM, International Credit Mobility. You can see the name of universities here. The good news I would mention, despite all challenges we face in Palestine and mainly in Gaza Strip, this is really recent. Yesterday, University of Hain has received 7 students from Gaza Strip. It was really difficult for us to evacuate the student with the collaboration with the Spanish ministry and the Spanish representative office in Jerusalem. The student, they arrived safely to Madrid, and a delegation of our colleagues from Hain University been welcoming them. Maybe it's difficult to share the video, but later on maybe you can find it on the Spanish news. With the student, they arrived in Spain, and it was really long process to leave Gaza, and these students, they were being benefiting and joining in the ICM program as a mobility student. In these some pictures, you can see different students mobility worldwide in Europe and in different university. I believe this is good experience for the student themselves, and some of them they've been to Spanish universities and other universities. So it's a good opportunity for a student to join, to learn, and to educate themselves and to share. And they've been our representative and ambassadors in different countries. And in the last maybe slides, you see some faces, familiar faces, my colleague Monica and other colleagues. They've been joining different activities in Palestine. Staff Week, being organized by Birzeit University, for example, in this case, and other universities, they've been organizing the same thing. It's a good opportunity, a good window of collaboration. I believe this is the time now to collaborate together, and I will be with you for any questions, how we can really work on such a thing. And these are my contacts as well as a National Erasmus office, because we try to facilitate things for our Palestinian universities. In conclusion, I believe education is our first line of defense as a Palestinian for our existence and identity. I insist all of you universities and to take an action to support higher education in such a time, difficult time for the Palestinian. We need your solidarity now more than ever. Thank you, and I hope to join you as well in the near future in person, or to see you all soon in Palestine. Thank you very much.
As you see, the applauses are long. That's also, we channel all the support we have, and I do agree that now is the time to keep cooperating. So thank you very much, Amir, for your time, for this presentation. It will be uploaded on our webpage after this event, so everybody will be able to contact you in case of any ideas of cooperating. Now we are now good time. All the calls are closing at the end of February, so I think we can start negotiating some new ideas that could come up in this room. So thank you very much once again, Amir. Unfortunately, we have no time for Q&As, but we'll see you around, Amir, you and me, after the Christmas. So thank you once again. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.